Correction, I am not your people, all skinfolk and kinfolk. I refuse to be attached to people that want to stay on the plantation. I let y'all go a long time ago. I have nothing to tell you. I'm not your people. We are not the same. Some have morals and some don't. You are on the side with no morals. You on the side where they want women to be men and men to be women. You on that side. You on the side.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know we're going to spin a block on this one because we got to get the full context, but we not going to let that go, are we? I always like to give credit to the content creators, so the link to her profile is going to be in the description. Also, get that Tej Hanley 30%, 40% off your first order plus 20% off of life. And then last but not least, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. She said a word right there before we even started to get into the full context of what she's saying. What did she say? She says, y'all ignoring all of y'all morals and principles and what it is that you stand for. I'm going to break it down from a C student's perspective. Y'all ignoring everything that y'all stand for in order to rock with and identify with a candidate that does not have your best interests at heart. And then y'all using identity politics to validate your decision because you're not even an informed voter. Ooh, we a conservative people. That's what they trying to act like we not. They trying to act like we just willy-nilly until they replace you with illegal immigrants coming into this country. They replace you with a new voter block, then they going to say they don't need you because they got a triple minority over there. She said, look, I don't stand on the people that stand on the plantation that continue want to do the same thing, even though you're getting progressively worse every single year, every single generation. You worse off than you ever been before, but you still going to stand on that same thing. Let me spin the block real quick. I got to get the full context before we rock out.
Correction, I am not your people, all skinfolk and kinfolk.
Might have to go to the original video.
I refuse to be attached to people that want to stay on the plantation.
Talk to
I
him.
let y'all go a long time ago. I have nothing to tell you. I'm not your people. We are not the same. Some have morals and some don't. You are on the side with no morals. You on the side where they want women to be men and men to be women. You on that side. You on the side of bad and evil. We are not the same. And I will never be associated with people like you. I'm not your people. You might want to go find them because they're not the conservative. They're the liberals. They're the ones burning flags and putting up other people's flags. They're the ones spew hate all day long on my pages. They're the one that don't believe in God. Go find your people. It ain't.
You know what's so funny? And I say this regularly. For those of you that's new here, I believe a certain way. And I don't necessarily push my beliefs on other people, but I stand on something, right? And I'm not a finished product because we're always a work in progress and we need to continue to evolve to become better versions of ourselves every day. But I am certainly somebody that stands for something. And one thing is for certain and two things is for sure. You'll never be able to get me to denounce the thing that I believe in, and that is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. It just is what it is. I'm standing on that, whether you agree with me or you disagree with me, whether you follow or worship something different, I am that to my core. And it's funny because every single church that I pass in major liberal cities, no matter where it is that I visit, they always got this rainbow flag that perverts what God then ordained or had a covenant with man as far as what it was that he would never do to the earth again. That was a covenant between God and man as far as the rainbow itself. And they've taken it and they turned it into something completely different. And it's unfortunate. And that's the party that you stand with. That's the people that you rock with. So we're going to ignore every other thing that you associate with as far as how it is that you then segregate yourself against people. Because I also believe, even though you may believe differently than me or you may live an alternative lifestyle that's differently than mine, I believe in your freedom to be able to do what you want to do, but that don't mean that I'm going to lean into that and then in order to justify why I'm voting for you. If I'm going to vote for you, I'm going to vote based off of policy. I'm going to vote based off of who it is that can negotiate this in my best interest. I'm going to vote based off of whether or not they can negotiate peace and start no new wars so that we don't have to give a whole bunch of money to a completely different country. I'm going to vote based off of whether or not we have to contribute an extended amount of money in order to join NATO or get other people to join in order to get this proclaimed world peace that ain't nothing but peaceful. I'm going to stand on freedom of choice without them pushing their agenda on me and forcing me to be able to adopt it in our schools and our libraries and so on and so forth. That is demonic, in my opinion, because you can't force nobody to do what they don't want to do. And more importantly, what y'all don't realize is that they're basically tying you to the party, and they're using that leverage in order to then force you or convince you that you not on code unless you vote in a certain way. So you telling me you taking away my choice? So I can't vote for who I want to vote for based off of being informed and how that's going to best suit my daughter because I got to align with identity politics that you supposed to be my people based off of something that you can't even control? You can't even control what you was born, but you can control whether or not you got a good attitude or whether or not we align based off of the same principles or we worship the same or we have the same ability to be able to pull ourselves out of poverty. That's what a conservative Republican Party that is not extreme to the right stands for. It's not to give you something in order to tether you to whatever it is that they think is going to make sense for you to stay a part of the voter block for the rest of your life. It's supposed to be about you being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, not you being able to force something that you don't want on somebody else just because you think that they were born a certain way. And she don't even identify with y'all at all. It's all fake. It's all fake. I can't wait to do this show later on today. They keep telling me that I'm not supposed to do a show today because they said that I got to let my voice heal or I'm supposed to be drinking tea with some other stuff in it. I get it. But we got something that we got to do. We got to take care of business. We got to be on top of it. We got to inform the people because they came out of the gates strong on Zoom calls. White women for Kamala, black women for Kamala, Greeks for Kamala, white men for Kamala. People that are a part of the alphabet community for Kamala. What? So we're not going to talk about no policy. We're not going to talk about your record. We're not going to talk about what you did before you became a senator. We're not going to talk about none of that. The only thing that we're going to lean on is you not black if you don't vote for her. Okay, cool. I don't even like to identify as black anyway. That's a construct that was given to you, not something that I identify by. I'm an American first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a man first. I'm a father first before I ever align with you. So if I'm going to vote based off of something, it's going to be voting based off of what's in my best interest for Americans, my daughter, my wife, and my people that work for me, not based off of what it is that you think I'm supposed to align with just because you want to play identity politics because you didn't do your research and become an informed voter. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for continuing to rock out with us. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. I don't know if I'm going to do a stream tonight or not, but I'm definitely going to prepare for it. I love y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I can't wait to see what y'all say.